All right, so let W equal 3 cis of 3 pi on 4, and they want us to express the conjugate of W in Cartesian form. Now remember, the complex conjugate is always going to have the negative of the angle that we're working with, or the opposite sign of the angle that we're working with. So in polar form, our complex conjugate is going to be 3 cis of negative 3 pi on 4. And they want us to put that into Cartesian form. So what we need to remember then is that cis stands for cos of theta plus I sine of theta. Now, it would do you well to sketch where this complex number is so that you are aware of where the angles are and whether you're dealing with positive or negative numbers. Negative 3 pi on 4 is in quadrant 3, and that means that we're going to be dealing with a pi on 4 angle over here. All right, so that's our negative 3 pi on 4. And that's where my complex number is. All right, let's work with it. So conjugate of W will be 3 times cos of negative 3 pi on 4 plus I sine of negative 3 pi on 4. And we need to then know our cast diagram and know whether sine and cos are positive or negative in that quadrant. And you can see that both sine and cosine are negative in quadrant 3. So what we have is 3 times negative cos of pi on 4 minus I sine of pi on 4, and that gives me negative 3 cos of pi on 4 minus 3I sine of pi on 4. Now, luckily, we know what cos and sine of pi on 4 are because we know our triangle, and we know that it's excuse me, 1 over root 2, and that gives me negative 3 times, and 1 over root 2 rationalized is root 2 on 2 minus 3I times root 2 on 2, and I can just tidy that up to negative 3 root 2 on 2 minus 3 root 2I